2017 has been an exciting year for the FIA Foundation because we've really begun to expand some of our projects in key areas. Our Child Health Initiative, working with some important partners around the world. We've been working across a whole range of issues, supporting the FIA's high-level panel, working with the FIA on the JC Decau campaign, which was published in more than 70 countries around the world. We held a major Child Health Initiative event in London with Mayor Sadiq Khan. We've seen our major programmes like the International Road Assessment Programme delivering new investment in countries. We've seen Global NCAP launch the first African crash test programme. So there's real progress in multiple areas that is really driving the Foundation's programme forward.
The world is coming together in a call for action. In failing to use the low-speed vaccine around our schools, we are failing our children.
That's why I joined globally to stop this speeding, because we are losing our next Prime Minister. We are losing our next runner, footballer. Anything that you want to be, we are losing that.
I want to see changes in the drivers going too fast. Let the children around the world feel safer than before. Give us courage, hope.
Without a doubt, road safety is a priority for Jamaica. By virtue of this statement, the government of Jamaica is making the commitment to reduce our road fatalities by 50%.
Well, I think what's critical about this Child Health Initiative and the meeting that we've been holding is precisely that it brings together the actors that have to come together if we're to achieve a breakthrough. This is a conference that is spanning what has traditionally been a deep divide between people who are working on climate, people who are working on transport, people who are working on air pollution, and people who are working on child health. And the crisis that we're dealing with that links all these disparate areas.
What we see for the first time is that there is a connection between the grassroots and the politicians. And because it's focused around children, this is what opens the eyes for a lot of decision makers. And we see today that this issue is not a marginal issue anymore. We see today that mayors and ministers around the world are now prioritizing this issue.
I want to pay tribute to the FIA Foundation for organising this event and for doing so much to champion the cause of sustainable transport.
So at UNICEF we always work in partnership, that's why we're effective, and in this area we are lucky to have the FIA Foundation taking the lead, and thanks to them as well we have managed to get these first corporate partnerships for UNICEF with Avertis. Again, without the FIA Foundation it wouldn't have happened.
One of the things I really admire about the FIA Foundation is its ability to bring coalitions of NGOs together. The ICCT is working with the FIA Foundation in a new project which we call TRUE, the Real Urban Emissions Initiative, to work with cities to give them data on real-world emissions that they can take action as well based on what's actually happening on the streets. Where you put a laser beam across the highway and you check the emissions through the plume. There needs to be a lot better enforcement in the US and then in many diesel cars in Europe as having extremely high real-world emissions. In the US it was 5 to 35 times the laboratory or legal limit is what our study found. The average in Europe for diesel cars is about 5.7 or 6 times the legal limit. So it's a tremendous challenge.
I'm very pleased to see the strong partnership which have been developed over the years with the FIA Foundation. It's a very strong and unique combination. The tradition is that we have the day prior to the FIA General Assembly, the FIA Foundation General Assembly, and it's one opportunity to all of its members to have a quick assessment about the amazing work which has been achieved by the FIA Foundation.
At the end of the day, for as long as the policies are not in place, it's our children who will continue to suffer. And so it's important to just remember that, the whole point is to ensure that our children are protected. Every child has the right to a safe street. Every child has the right to live and to get an education.
Every day, millions of children across the world take a vital and liberating journey. They simply walk to school. But on this journey, children face traffic danger, they breathe dirty air, so they need a voice to represent and to protect them. The Declaration of Child Rights is a global call to unite and protect children from harm as they travel in our cities. It urges practical action. All of us can commit to work together to provide that voice.